Hi friends, today I'm going to share with you my new 2026 Sterling Ink Vertical Core Planner, and I'm going to compare it with the B6 Complete Planner. Let's get started. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Natalie of Coquette Natalie, and I love to talk about planners and stationery. If you guys know, I have been using the B6 Complete Planner from Sterling Ink, this one here, in my Motem cover. And around mid-February, I saw one of my planner friends, Clemence, on Instagram. She's planning in French. She did a post showing her vertical core planner. Actually, I'm not sure if she's using vertical or not. She's using a core planner. And I was always curious about it. So her spreads look great. And I just asked her, I DM'd her and asked her how she liked it. And she said she was so in love with it. She actually liked the paper better. This is Cosmo Air Paper versus the Tomoe River Paper. Actually, I'm going to take this out of the cover so you can, this is what I've been using. I think you guys saw my video why I was sticking with it. And then I just realized after lugging this thing back and forth, it was very, very heavy. And this is already 1.13 pounds. I converted, it's 18.2 ounces. Add in this leather cover, it's a little heavier. I would say it's like 1.5 pounds. And this is just half a pound. It's very light. I had never used Cosmo Air paper, aside from testing it at the SF Pen Show back in late August. I never really wrote with it, and I actually really love it. So we're going to go through this. I'm going to flip through this. We'll compare it with this planner. This is really great, but I'm going to share with you. And I think I was really loving like having daily pages and decorating, but then I got tired of decorating. And then there are days where I don't do much. Like this is kind of when I stopped it. I have to prep for the week, and I felt like, well, I already prepped for the week, but then I got to go do my weekly spread and then write things day by day in here, which got kind of time consuming. And as much as I loved using my PET tape and stuff, fountain pen smearing here, I mean, it's not that, I don't know, I just started feeling lost. Like I didn't even fill in this part. So let's take a look here. I'm going to flip through this and show you because I've been using this since my daughter had like February break. So like the third week in February or so. This cover is the vegan leather cover. It only comes in black, which is unfortunate, but I do like the core planner, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be using it for the entire year, but I think it quite possibly could be. And I'm going to just like, you know how we get precious with your planners and you're like, I don't want to really fully write in it until I decorate everything. I'm just writing in here, and I'm just like functionally getting everything down on paper. And I had this sticker from Live Love Posh that I just stuck on here. And the more I use it, the more I really like it because it's so light, it's so functional. It takes no space, and it's still portable. I don't really take it around much. It's still at my desk, but there's room. Oh, I don't want to show you that. So I haven't really decorated in here, but I did. I haven't like even done anything here. It's just been really functional. And maybe I'll go back and just start adding some of my Sterling Ink or Coffee Monsters Co stickers in here. I don't use this page here for the yearly calendar. I did do my vision board, and so fun. I actually used the March Sterling Ink sticker subscription that I have. It comes with 2 vellum sheets each month, and I wanted to do something where I'm not just like tipping in like, half a page here and just, tipping it in. I wanted to cut it around it and just kind of use it as decor, and maybe I'll use the other sheets for my junk journaling. But I just thought it was so pretty, and I have space to add in things that I want to here. But this is kind of like the gist of what I want for the year. My word of the year is play, and I want to be more creative. Most of these like pictures I got from Instagram. These 2 are mine. This is me actually drawing before my Hobonichi back in like, I want to say 2017. And I want to get back to that using brush markers and pens. And I didn't really care about like posting things on Instagram or the internet. I just kind of did things for fun for me, and I want to go back to that too. So just being playful and creative, and then also my health and being, working out, exercising, eating healthy, continuing that, and yeah, my self-care, like chilling and reading, and I don't know, this actually gives me a lot of joy. I just finally had some time to sit down, and I was like, what do I do with this like blank grid page? And it just turned out really well. So I will say, if you don't notice already, there's more of a cream colored tone to this paper. Maybe not as cream as like Midori. Let me see if I have the Midori cream. Let me look at my, I have it in here. Yeah. So this is like Midori cream paper. It's much more yellow-ish, but this is definitely a lighter cream color here. So if you want like actually crisp white paper, this may not be the one for you. So let me show you here. Oops, I have everything rolling off of here. Okay, so is this the page? Let's find the exact page that we're looking at. So this is this page here. I don't know if you can see the tone. It's not that much off though, because Tomoe River Paper, it's not completely white either. But there is a difference. And I will say this is, very, very thin. But this feels like, I don't know if you can even hear it. It feels like paper. Like when you write on it, it feels like paper, if that makes sense. I will say for whiting out stuff, you could use the regular Tombow. If you use a Tombow whiteout, let me show you. It's here. It's my pen test on here. So it's not quite yellow like the Hobonichi Weeks. You can see that there. Can you see that there? So if you use the whiteout, it's like that. And if you use this cream colored one for like that works for the weeks, it's kind of in between the two. That makes sense. It's Cosmo Air Paper 83 GSM, and this is the A5 size. I just like the weight. I like everything about it. I just really like using it, and I just feel like one of my problems with the complete planner is not just how pretty it is. I liked using it. It really made me feel like using it every day. It's just that every day I don't have like a huge laundry list of things to do. And so this fit better to plan ahead for things, and it was much more compact, if that makes sense. It was just like 1.5 pounds of like things versus half a pound. It was a huge difference. So this is a goal breakdown page, and I may use this for goals, or I may use it for something else creative. Maybe it's fountain pen ink or something in here. We'll see. But I like this. And I wanted to mention, like, feeling this paper, and I touched the Erin Condren paper and the Laurel Denise paper, and this is like, Erin Condren is thickest, then it's Laurel Denise, and then it's the Cosmo Air. So if you like really writing on like paper and feeling the texture, I think this really does really well, and it works really well with fountain pens. So I'm using this yearly tracker right now. I used Erin Condren's markers here, and I'm blocking off like vacations and stuff. It's just so I can get a whole view of things. So right now I just have the first 6 months, and later on I'll plug in vacations and when my good daughter goes to college, when her school starts, when we have to like move in and all that stuff. So that'll be like, I'll get a good view of the whole year. And I like that. I think this is going to be great just for a quick view. I just kind of started this mid-February, but then I've added the stuff that's important for my daughter for school for March. I've added in all of her mock exams and school events in here. And I used friction erasable pens here just in case things change, because sometimes dates change. So I've been using these. I have like 2 tones of, I have a good friction highlighter that's also the Japanese version that's a blue, so it's darker blue. So I have like 2 different tones here. That's okay. And then I'm using Laurel Denise sticky notes in here because I like the colors, just to put things here to remind me for things for the future. But I'm really using this as like functionally getting it out of my brain, putting it down. And then I think putting it on Post-it notes is a great idea, because then you're not like committed to, if you don't want to use your friction or you don't want to use erasable pens or whatnot, just putting it here so I have an idea going forward. I use the monthly stickers from the Coffee Monsters Co., the clear ones, which is really fun. Like, planning out, we're going to go to France in July, don't know when, now I got to get that planned. And then just thinking about Thanksgiving and my daughter's birthday, so that makes me happy. Being able to have one book where I can plan ahead and write in the book. I think that's important, and not wait for decorating everything every time. So I'm going to do that. So I didn't use it, obviously, December and January. February is when I first started using it. I used it this week. And I think I just kind of plugged everything in. I used stickers from Hand Cam Plans Patreon. On here, you can see I use the yellow whiteout here. So it's okay. It's not like, it's not like super terrible. but I just like this paper. So I plugged up March. I haven't finished. I wanted to put everything down and then I would stick the rest of the stickers from the March sticker subscription that I have from Sterling Ink. But so far, I wanted to keep it like this, and I was thinking about color coding some highlights on there with the, and then I also added stuff in the future, which I never typically did before, but I'm going to start plugging more stuff in for April and May because things get busy and then I can just use this as a reference. And for like my Laurel Denise planner, which is my home planner, I don't like putting stuff in advance until I plan in it because it looks better that way. So this is kind of like I can get, down and dirty and just write things in here. So I have like spring break in here. So then I'm just going to keep using this. And then the best part of this is, so this is just a core planner. So it's not like, there's nothing else too fancy in here. So it goes through the 12 months. That's all I needed, the months here. And then it starts the weekly pages. Okay, so I even did some fountain pen tests here. I was trying one of my pens, Round Ink, how thin it looked with an SD extra fine and a niblet in these lines here, and it worked great. I have my pen test back here. I'll show you. So I have my fountain pens here that I use a lot, and I find that it worked really well, especially the Sailor pen. I've been using this color this month in my Hobonichi 5-year diary, and this looks like a deeper blue. It's very light on Tomoe River paper. And I've been using my, EC dual tip markers in here. These are like my favorite pens. And then I think I haven't had any smearing. So that's actually really good too. So then when I start, okay, so then this is Lunar New Year week. I really wanted to use my Coffee Monsters Co stickers. I have a bunch of kits from her for the Hobonichi cousin. And this is where they can work. Like these little stickers, they all work in here. They fit in here. And so that makes me really happy that I'm able to use up those stickers with the B6 size. If I bought the Sterling Ink Complete in an A5, maybe I wouldn't have switched because I would have the right size stickers already. But then I just felt like, I don't know. I'm not even sure if I needed I'm a daily planner person. So I wanted something compact, and I thought this was really fun to do. This was so fun. It's not completely white though, so you can see these are paper stickers, the white shine through, but it's okay to me. And this is sort of like each day I go through each column and I kind of plug in things for the whole week, but it's pretty much, this one I did meals. I use Hand Cam Plans, Sticker Club monthly Patreon. I think this was for March. And then this is this week, and I use, post-it notes, but I don't know. I just find this is very simple. It's very functional. And each day I have my to-dos here, and you can see I don't have much to do, or I do stuff. Like I didn't call CVS. So that's something I can know that I need to do. Like everything is here. I feel like things get done and I don't miss anything. Whereas on a daily thing, I'll show you. As much as I love, it's so pretty to decorate every page, and I have so many stickers I know I can use, but the good news is I can use it in here. All my According to Allie, my Hand Cam Plan, like Toffee Monsters Co. and my Sterling Ink can all go in here. I don't have to feel like here I was doing so not only here, I'll show you. I was doing the weekly thing, like top 3 things to do. I had the weekly spread, and then when I went to the daily, I had the time breakdown to this. So now I don't need that. I have my Laurel Denise, which I have like my schedule and like time blocking on that. This way, when I time block and I go day by day, I know when I have openings to film videos, to do my creative prep, to have my own personal time. I have it all in here, and to organize my meals. So I'm keeping it simple. I may change up. I'll probably do a plan with me with you guys one day in here. But I actually have to say, I've actually become a fan of this Cosmo Air Paper because it feels like paper. It's not wrinkly, and not that I don't like the wrinkly aspect of Tomoe River Paper. It just feels nicer. And I just want to thank Clemence for posting that because it's just like changed me. So I really appreciated that. And I wanted to use my stickers, like my kits. If I wanted to do a kit in here, it like fits really well for all this stuff. So it just made it more fun. So all this has in here is just weekly spreads, and that's all I need. With maybe I'm finishing it, maybe I'm stopping this in June and maybe I'm starting something else. But even if I always find the summer months to be very challenging because, you're on vacation, you're not in one place and you're doing so many things. This along with the Hobonichi weeks is a portable option. So this is what I have here. And then at the end, you have notes pages back here. Oh, I put the thing here. So I don't really need to use this as a notes page, but it's kind of nice here. So you have a one, two, well, I'll put down below how many notes pages there are, but there's not that many. I want to say maybe there's 20. Oh yeah, there's numbers here. So there's like 23 notes pages. No, yeah, 23 notes pages. So I have my pen test page here, and I can use this for anything. Sort of like in the back of your, Erin Condren and Laurel Denise, there's the extra notes pages. You can put stuff on here. If you're just using this for home or for work, you can put like, the books you read back here, TV, movies you watch, like, cleaning tasks and stuff like that. And it's just kind of the core basics of what you need to get done. So the other thing why I wanted to go through with the soft bound and with the core planner is I was planning on, I did already order, and I think I talked about this on my Instagram. I ordered a leather journal cover. It's not with a brand name. It's a woman who makes it, and she has an Etsy shop. And hopefully it comes next week and I will do an unboxing and I will show you. But I wanted to do, like, everyone is into Louise Carmen and I am going to France. So I want to purchase it with my daughter and have the whole experience in Paris. And we'll see if the lines are long or not. But in the meantime, I wanted to see if that kind of style worked for me. And I found a really good affordable option. Like, I'm serious, under $100. So I will definitely do. I think this woman does a great job. So I saw some of her other things. So I don't want to say who it is yet until I get everything and kind of check it, give my own quality control check. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't matter because I really like this size, even like this. You can get the plastic cover for this too. I think she says she recommends which one to get on the product page for this. But I prefer not to have a plastic cover. This is already like a vegan leather cover. And I've kind of been moving away from using plastic covers and just too much plastic. Although this is already synthetic, so this is already probably plastic. So I just feel like it's black, so it doesn't really matter. I don't have to worry about getting it dirty. And then I may have like, I don't know. I have like the Coffee Monsters Co. She has little things where I can put in stickers, but then it just starts to bulk it up. So I'm going to keep it clean. So I just have like little, bookmarks here, but I feel like this is really, really getting me down to the bare bones of what I need to do. And then once I plug everything in, I'll do this later today and I'll just add more stickers in here and maybe have a running list of what I need to do for the month. But this kind of houses all like more details for my daughter's exams, because that's coming up and that's super important down here. So I like this a lot, to like look forward to see what the days are rather than having it in the monthly spread. So I can see that stuff here. I see it in one place for all her exams. Okay, so I hope this makes sense. You can see here how the two are. This is A5 and this is B6. So, if I got the A5, maybe I would feel differently and I might still be in the complete planner. It's just that most of my other stickers in here, especially for the weekly spread, like here, I just like it bigger. It's not too big, and this is not so thick. I didn't need a common planner where I would have all the notes pages in the back to journal. I have my own journals, and I actually really love my journaling system. Really love it. So I don't want to add I don't want this just to be plans and not have my journal and personal feelings in there, because I'm not sure if I don't want to keep this like in the future to downsize things. It might probably keep my journals over keeping my plans. So yeah, I printed I got these images off Pinterest and then I printed them for my computer on sticker paper. So it sticks, some of it, it's like positionable, so it kind of pops up in a bit some places. But I have to say I am a huge fan of the Cosmo Air Paper, and as much as I love this, also I think when I was in the beginning, when you're like doing the first part of the month, I probably needed to put a book here. That's why the the leather Moterm cover was good to write here to make it even, but this one lays really flat. See, I mean, just show you. Move this over. This lays flat. It's so awesome. Look how great is that? It lays totally flat. So I don't feel like I have this on the left corner of my desk so I can see everything and write everything in. And to the point where I think this week I used fountain pens here, and one of my Jinhao was like, I need to fill the ink, and I got too lazy. So I just started to use my Pentel Clenna, and I just forgot. I mean, I didn't forget. I use this for all the time, but I love the Pentel Clenna. It's just like dark enough ink. It writes really well. So I was like, okay, well, I don't even feel like using a fountain pen this week. I just want to use this. And then I use my dot markers here. So I used pink, which is very, very light on here. I kind of liked how this one's lighter too. The oatmeal one I like. So I kind of go between changing these like colors in here. But as you can see, it works with any kind of pen. It's pretty good. So you can see these are all the fountain pens up here, and these are the other ones. And oh, I forgot to show you the other side here. See? And this is how it looks in the back. So it's not that like, it's a little bit of ghosting for the fountain pen, but it's not a lot, but it's not bad if I was like on the side writing stuff. So that's why I like it. And that's why I switched. And I know a lot of you have been like struggling or trying to stay with it or not. And I'm sorry, I really thought I was going to stay with it, but just, I think the daily pages, and I think what also threw me off was it February? There was like an extra blank thing here. And I thought it was okay to skip it, but was it the end of here? It had the double weeks spread here, and then it also had it here. And I think not until you start using the planner, you start seeing all the extra remnants of things. Like, so I was like, am I just going to start sticking stickers on these things and then having these random sticker pages? And I'm not using this as a journal. It'd be different if it was a journal too. So I don't know, but I can always come back in here if I wanted to. I just feel like for the weekly spreads, I need to go with A5 for the weekly vertical stuff that I like. And okay, so I also discovered, so I was thinking this is what I want to do when I do get my notebook cover. I have this entire like set from Moxie Life, which are these notebooks, and they were on sale for I want to say $24 or $25. I think they're still on sale. I'll link them below. But these are just plain grid notebook, not grid. They're plain. I got lined. And I want to do morning pages where I just like brain dump or whatever I want to do in here. And that's personal stuff for me. And I wanted to I think I want to do purple. So I want to, in my little traveler's journal thing, the new leather notebook I'm going to get, and then have my budget in there too. So I'd have these three things like together. I've been really good at keeping up with my budget things, and oh my God, the nightmare of me gathering all my stuff for the taxes for this year was crazy. That I want to make sure I'm on top of it. I am also doing it digitally too, but it's actually writing it down is faster for me, and then I do it digitally after. So yeah, I think that we'll try it out. I'm kind of excited. This is A5, and Louise Carmen, I think, fits A5 Slim. So I told her I wanted something that would fit a Hobonichi cousin, a true A5. So hopefully that works out. I got a trifold. We'll see how it works. And I'm not sure. I bought some charms off Etsy, and I'm just going to have fun with it and enjoy this little hobby and figure things out. So I'm super excited. I really like using this. This is going to be really, really functional, and I'll be able to use all my stickers I love in here too. So I just wanted to introduce that to you because I haven't seen many people really use this on YouTube. It's a new thing that Sterling Ink offered. So if you have any questions regarding the Sterling Ink Core Planner versus the Complete Planner, let me know. I already feel like this is already heavy when I'm holding this up for you. Like, this just feels so light, and I just like how soft it is. I'm curious how this will go for the rest of the year. I mean, I have some scratches on the gold foil, but I still love the gold foil. It makes me really, really happy. And yeah, I think this will be really good. I also have a Louis Vuitton desk agenda cover that I could always slip this into if I wanted. So lots of options with that for this. So yeah, I'm not sure I would go with another hardcover. I think the hardcover for a daily planner, I liked it for the Hobonichi Hon, but that was an A5 size and I used all of my things and it was my journal slash planner too. That I think this core planner is just perfect for me. The size is perfect. A5 is the thing to go for me, and especially for the vertical columns. And I'm excited to continue with this, and we'll do future Plan With Me's in here for fun. If you have any questions regarding the complete planner or the Sterling Ink Core Planner, please let me know, and I'd be happy to answer them in the comments. And if you like planner content like this, if you like planners and stationery, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.